Welcome back to Austin. I'm Ellen Reynolds. It's finally the weekend, and after a long week of work, I'm usually really craving some rest, relaxation, and comfort food. I'll admit that I'm a bit of a homebody, and I do tend to park myself at home on the weekends. But of course, friends are always invited. And as you know, you can't invite friends without having food. One of my favorite things to do on weekend evenings is make a bunch of different appetizers so that we have things to nibble on all night as friends come and go. Tonight I'm going to make an appetizer that always goes over well with the ladies and the men, and that's not always easy to do. I'm so excited to share with you my second recipe for the Real Women of Philadelphia contest, Philly Friday Party Bread. And I only had to pick up a few ingredients at the store because that's the way Friday night should be. Come on inside with me and let's get started. Alright, so let's make our Philly Friday Party Bread. We're going to start by preparing the bread and then we'll move on to the stuffing. But first, let's go ahead and preset our oven to 375 and line a baking sheet with foil. I'm cooking for a few friends tonight, so I went ahead and bought 2 loaves of ciabatta at the store. Ciabatta is perfect for this recipe. It really makes it work. As you can see, the ciabatta is crackly and crisp on the outside and soft and chewy on the inside. It also absorbs spreads perfectly and it loves to be toasted. All things we're looking for in a wonderful party bread. So I went ahead and pre-cut my 2 loaves and I'm going to move them open-faced over to our baking sheet while we get our spread ready. Alright, let's mix up some Friday night magic. We're going to start with an 8-ounce block of the Philadelphia cream cheese. We went ahead and softened this beforehand so that it'll be a little bit easier to blend once we get it in our bowl. Let's just use the whole yummy block. Next, we're going to use a softened stick of butter. And a ½ cup of grated Parmesan. We'll go ahead and mix this together thoroughly and then we'll add our spices. So once our cream cheese, butter, and Parmesan is blended together thoroughly, we're going to add a tablespoon of garlic salt, a teaspoon of paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a few grinds of freshly ground black pepper. We're going to mix this together thoroughly and then we will spread it on our bread. Just get it all mixed in and you can see the spices blending with the cream cheese. It's going to be so yummy. Alright, so now we're going to spread our cream cheese mixture over all 4 slices of bread. I went ahead and did 3, but I want you to see how yummy this looks. Get it all the way out to the edges and don't be afraid to put a lot on. This adds so much flavor to the garlic bread. And I like it really gooey, so I'm just going to continue to put it on until I'm out because I still have a little bit left in my bowl. Alright, I think we're good to go. So now we're going to bake these in the oven until the cream cheese mixture puffs just slightly. It takes about 10 minutes or so in my oven, but watch it carefully because you want it to be just beginning to brown. When it's finished, we'll set it aside while we mix up our filling. Alright, so we're ready to make our sausage filling, which is going to go in our garlic bread when it comes out of the oven. I went ahead and heated up about a tablespoon of olive oil in our skillet. And to that, we're going to add about a ½ pound of turkey sausage. We're using garlic, but you could use Italian or spicy. It'll be just as delicious no matter what you use. To that, we're going to add some fresh cut veggies for a little flavor and extra crunch. We've got about a cup of chopped green pepper, hear the sizzle, and about a cup of a chopped onion. We're just going to use our spoon to stir it up and go ahead and start breaking up the turkey sausage with this spoon. One of the things I've learned is that turkey sausage can be a little bit harder to break up, so you might have to put some weight behind it. Once we have that going, our veggies will start to get nice and tender, but they should still stay crisp. We're also going to add some salt and pepper and a little crushed red pepper for seasoning. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So a little salt, a little crushed red pepper, and a little crushed red pepper. Just keep mixing that up, and as you can see, I'm not always incredibly tidy in the kitchen, but I don't think that affects the way your food tastes in the end. All right, it looks like our filling is ready, so it's time to assemble our Philly Friday party bread. And let me tell you, the filling is what is going to take this regular garlic bread to the next level. People are going to start coming to the kitchen as soon as they smell the garlic bread coming out of the oven, but make them wait, because what we're about to do is going to take this appetizer and make it taste like heaven. So we're going to take our sausage mixture and spread it on the bottom half of our loaf. And just make sure that you kind of press it into the cream cheese mixture as you go so that it'll stick once we assemble the loaves. Do that all the way across the bottom. You don't have to be shy with the sausage. And then we're going to take white cheese and sprinkle it over the top. We're using a Monterey Jack blend, but you can use your favorite white cheese. It won't make a difference. And just like the sausage, it'll be equally delicious no matter what you do. Just go ahead and press that in as you go. Then we're going to take the top half of our loaf, just smack it right on top and press it in gently. We're going to move this whole loaf over, place it on the foil, and we're going to wrap this up real securely. Just press it in, fold up the sides. We're going to finish off our second loaf, and then these are both going to go in the oven for another 10 to 12 minutes or until the bread is crispy and the cheese is totally melted. Alright y'all, our garlic bread is out of the oven. It's hot, it's gooey, the whole house smells wonderful. Now listen, I know that nobody likes to cook on a Friday night, but this is so good when it's finished and it's so fast. All we had to do was whip up a little garlic cream cheese mixture, spread it on our loaf, pop it in the oven for about 10 minutes. While it's in the oven, we mix together our veggies and our sausage. We bring the loaves out, we put the spread on, sprinkle on some cheese, and throw it back in the oven. While that's in the oven, you get your drinks ready, go set up your stuff on the couch. Then all that's left to do is cut and serve. We're just going to make our final cut, and then we'll move this over to our serving platter and bring it out to the couch. We're all set and ready for a wonderful Friday night with our friends. Alright y'all, we're all finished. All that's left to do now is sit back, relax, and wait for people to show up. While we're waiting, I'm going to sneak a quick bite for myself. Yum. The cream cheese garlic spread pulls this all together and makes it work perfectly. Here's to the weekend. I'll see y'all next week.